and see what he thinks about anime, because he didn't really talk about anything but the animes he was reviewing at the times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was, you know, we never really got to hear him talk about the greater aspects of anime, the outside stuff, the community, the industry, or how the industry is doing. He just said, "I have these animes. This is what I think about them."
Yeah.
Not about the companies, not about the DVD release, the anything really, other than the anime themselves.
Yeah. I mean, I like to get J-Mo on here. Grappler J-Mo, who did a whole slew of anime reviews and such, and moved to Japan. So he's been living in Japan for like the past year. And yes, Dark View, I'd love to have Johnny Young Bosch on. That would be awesome, if nothing else, to hear him say love and peace again.
Johnny Young Bosch?
Yeah. And who knows? Who knows what we can get? But yeah, I'd love to get some of these folks. I'd love to get Mr. Artist 24 on. He's awesome.
Yeah. Well, there's quite a lot of people. Obviously, we'll have to try contact the people from Anime News. No, not Anime News Network. Anime World Order. There you go.
Yeah. Daryl Surratt and the rest. Yeah. Yeah. So
many options.
Absolutely. And we'll see where it goes. I mean, it should be fun, and hopefully we can get more folks, you know, talking about this stuff and actually dealing with serious issues. Okay, so I think that's it for this week. Thanks, as always, to Matt from the Life and Tims of Anime. What's coming up on Life and Tims?
In the coming month, this month, the episode of Life and Tims of Anime, we are reviewing and yes, I mentioned it yesterday. Yes, I am reviewing it. Yes, I am going to say it's fantastic. The second season of Twara Medusa no Index.
Ah, yes.
We haven't yet chosen the second thing. I chose Twaru, and my co-host is choosing another anime as we speak. There was one anime actually we were going to review, but we found out they were like 4-minute long, and there wasn't enough in it to review.
Yeah.
But it was a Lovecraft themed anime.
Interesting.
Or at least that's what we thought. Because there's no backstory, so you wouldn't tell it's anime other than by the name. I think translated to English, it's "Don't Forget Me, Mr. Lovecraft Sensei."
I recall hearing about. I recall seeing that title and thinking, "What the heck?"
It's about a Cthulhu entity that can transform into anyone.
Okay.
But prefers to transform into the shape of a silver-haired girl.
Okay.
And there's a boy that gets chased by aliens and is saved by her, and then they live together. But that brief description I gave to you there isn't in the episodes. It's just in the It's just in the description on Anime News Network. That's just what. So I don't know where Anime News Network got it from, because it's not in the episodes.
Yeah.
And I watched it. And Wazusuke, you might be interested because it sounds kind of scary and dramatic. It's not. It's just random. It's supposed to be funny. You know, in this really... Because the Cthulhu entity, you'd think is a dark and brooding character. She's not. She's like a cute little Supergirl, magical girl kind of character.
So why have the whole Cthulhu background?
I really don't know.
That's strange. That is strange.
And they're like 4 minutes long, and they're funny. I'm not saying that. It's funny.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching it, but there's nothing in there. You know, it's got nothing. There's no narrative. It's too short for there to be a story.
Yeah.
And frankly, when I watch it, I don't remember any of it.
Ah, yeah.
It's just sort of happened. It's like the only thing that really sticks out is the girl, or the Cthulhu, has a pet that's sort of like a dragon, a tiny dragon about this big.
Okay.
Little wings, no hands, and feet, and it's grey and has a big head. And at one point, the characters are talking. You know, these three characters are all talking and some really weird stuff. You know, because the Cthulhu girl loves the boy, and it's really weird. There's another thing I'll say after after this dragon thing as well. And all I can remember from that scene is not what they said, but the fact that all over the side there was little black wording and then it cut to the point with the dragon just nibbling on a carrot. And I liked that. It was interesting. They were just like, nom, 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 nom. I liked it. But the best thing about it probably is the intro. The intro is like a real anime intro.
Okay.
So I was thinking, is this a fan thing? And it's using the real intro. But no, that is the actual anime.
Huh.
And it's got an amazing intro. The intro's got a good song. Nothing to do with Cthulhu.
Okay.
But, see, it's real anime, high sheet count.
Okay.
And, lots of fluid movement and this sort of romantic feeling about it. But there's nothing to do with Cthulhu.
Yeah. Strange.
But it's got a good song and everything. So I'm really confused as to if that is the anime, or if there is a real anime somewhere, or a light novel, or a manga somewhere that I'm missing.
Yeah,
because otherwise it's nothing to do with Lovecraft, and it's, to be honest, kind of pants, just a bit funny,
That's weird. And thanks to Darkview in the chat room for reminding me about the questions of the week, which we need to cover real quick. So the question from last week what is your favorite episode of anime? And I got some responses here. Ginkgo replied that as of recently, I watched Initial D Stage 1, and episode 10 was one of the most intense experiences ever. So much so that I replayed particular scenes 2 or 4 times over. And the choice in Eurobeat was excellent. So there we go, Initial D. He also mentions the last couple of episodes of Trigun, but that's nah. You can't do 2 episodes. Gotta be 1. Then we got then Michael Lohr replied, but he has a lot of different ones, so we gotta be just 1. Harun Ali, interestingly, had sort of 2 answers, but he says his favorite episode. Oh, no, he has just the one answer. Episode 0 of The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
What, that was your favorite episode?
The favorite episode was the low-budget filming episode.
The commentary was good. The Kion commentary was interesting, but the actual thing was pants.
And he actually mentions that that's what he appreciates so much about it, is the fact that, the thing they're making is so incredibly stupid. The plot holes, the mistakes, the cheesy music, the adverts placed in the film, and Kion's narration throughout the episode as he points out mistakes, plot holes, and so forth. Yeah, fair enough.
When I hear favourite episode of Haruhi Suzumiya, I always think of Someday in the Rain. But again, because that's my favourite episode of Haruhi Suzumiya, personally. But again, that's probably an oddball one because nothing happens.
Yeah.
A lot of it is just Yuki sat in a chair.
Right.
In silence.
Yeah.
But it's more the ending that's my favourite bit, because it's this sort of, Kion X Haruhi kind of thing. And I like that. I'm the weird guy that wants Kion and Haruhi to be together forever.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm also a Kion X Yuki fan as well. Not Mikuru. I hate Mikuru. Honestly. I cannot stand that character. I hate her.
Really? I like Mikuru.
No, it's just some of from reading the light novels and the manga and the anime, you sort of realise that she's an evil bitch. Seriously, if you read them all, you'll agree that she is secretly evil and plans to do something horrible.
Fair enough.
This is a back scratcher. But yeah, sorry, I interrupted the emails.
No, that's quite all right. Denny Van Oss replies something that close to my heart. The first episode of Gundam 00. Now, that's interesting because one of the problems with Gundam in general is that it's hard to pick an individual episode because so much will happen over the course of many episodes. The first episode of 00 does have a really stunning intro and just really good introduction of folks. In fact, maybe I'll show folks that at some point. I can see that. I can see that. And then a late entry, Bin Dong replied just like I think an hour ago. And favorite was Clannad After Story episode 22, final episode. And basically mentioning the fact that this is the good ending, which is kind of an interesting direction to take because there are plenty of bad endings in that one. And what's interesting actually about a lot of these is a lot of these answers are for final episodes, or beginning episodes, but things that tie off a storyline. It's one of the issues with anime is that there's a lot of stuff that just isn't, for lack of a better word, isn't self-contained.